It was March 24, 1969, on the Edinburgh Fife Line, when a railway worker found a neatly wrapped paper parcel. Inside was a woman's leg, smooth, shapely. The leg still wore a silky stocking. 9 hours later, another leg was found, again wrapped in brown paper and dumped in the shallows of the water of Leith. The legs were very neatly severed and indicated the woman had been just over 5 feet tall and aged between 20 and 40. It wasn't much to go on, but it was something. What they really needed was the torso. Almost instantly the missing torso case was coined. Police hoovered crime scenes and systematically worked through every report of a missing woman in the area. On May 1, 1969, police received a call complaining that a travelling family called Townsley had parked up their caravans on a lay-by off the A73 Bigger to Lanark. The police gave them till the next morning to move on. The next morning, William Townsley decided he'd go for a walk in the forest next to where they were parked. That's when he found a human torso wrapped in an old blanket and tied with twine. Pathologists soon confirmed that the torso and legs belonged together. A mile away from where the torso was found was the village of Thankerton, and a little further away, the town of Lanark. There was someone there who the police wanted to see. James Keenan was at first glance an unlikely suspect. His neighbours thought he was a helpful man, and some even called him Mr. Kindness. With his younger wife, Elizabeth, and 15-month-old baby, Veronica, at their home in 40 Wellwood Avenue. That is till Elizabeth disappeared. With no warning, she had simply disappeared. Also, James Keenan had told the cops he'd gone to the police repeatedly, took part in public appeals for her to contact him. The police informed Keenan that they could now tell more about the woman whose severed body parts had been found. She was brunette, aged between mid-20s and mid-30s, in good physical shape, and she'd had a baby. James Keenan broke down and confessed. It was his wife, Elizabeth. Did they want to know where her head was? Over the next few hours, Keenan would explain Elizabeth had been feeding the baby and dropped the spoon. She had picked it off the floor and just continued using it. Keenan snapped and thumped her with an axe. He had then sawn her limb from limb with a hacksaw, wrapped the body parts up, and drove round in his Vauxhall, dumping them in different isolated places. Sure enough, Keenan led the cops to a group of young trees near Carnwarth and walked right up to a package. It was Elizabeth's skull. Later at his trial, James Keenan would claim he had blacked out, and when he came to find he had murdered his wife. But when pressed by the prosecution as to what really happened that night, he admitted, "All I can think of is that spoon. Something happened when Elizabeth fed the baby with it. It was that dirty spoon." James Keenan was found to be sane and guilty of murder and was jailed for life.